No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildren sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Throughout the Fallout series, there have been several vaults that the player character may explore. These vaults all had their gimmick behind them. Vault 11 had a murder chamber and an almost godlike supercomputer that intended to manipulate its dwellers in what I can only describe as an I have no mouth but must scream scenario. Vault 34 contained an armory that was basically a GTA gun store and let its population keep its firearms on them at all times. But what did Vault 22 have? Well, it had a giant garden that started eating the gardeners. But we can't jump to the point right away. First, we need to start from the beginning. By the way, really quick, I wanted to say that these videos take a very long time to create, as I am mostly a solo creator who has work and college to deal with. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and like the video, as that would mean a lot to me. While exploring the largest NCR military base in the Mojave region, Camp McCarran, the Courier might stumble into a laboratory hosted by the Office of Science and Industry, OSI for short. Inside, there are two scientists. Dr. Thomas Hildren introduces himself and questions if the Courier is there to discuss the project involving Vault 22. Dr. Hildren believes that Vault 22 developed and achieved a method to grow a very large amount of crops with minimal resources and effort, which, in the irradiated hellscape of 2281, would be a turning point in society. Inside of the vault should be data on the experiments done there, data that Dr. Hildren wants for himself. When leaving, the Courier is stopped by Dr. Angela Williams, who warns that several mercs have gone missing while looking into Vault 22, along with Keeley, an OSI scientist who had gone to investigate the vault and not returned shortly before the Courier arrived. Dr. Williams asks you to find Keeley, as she does generally care for her, and she even offers a reward for the Courier if they can make sure Keeley is safe. When the Courier makes their way to the surface entrance of Vault 22, they will find thick foliage and giant mantises patrolling the grass. The overgrown ruins of pre-war architecture beckons forward as the Courier enters the decrepit vault. Sitting on a table near the entrance is a vault computer with Keeley's logs inside. The following two logs read as follows. Entry 1. I've established a temporary camp inside the entrance of the vault. Power inside is minimal, but still running, and I've managed to hack into one of their security terminals. The logs show that several people have entered the vault over the past few months, but none have left. It's getting late, so I'll resume the expedition in the morning. Keely, out. Entry 2. The growth in the interior matches the exterior to a T. It's a little surprising given the scarcity of sunlight in the entrance room. But even more surprising is that they seem to originate from further below. Maybe that fool Hildren was onto something after all. Since my Pip-Boy is on the frets, I'll try to keep a running log of my discoveries in whatever computers I can find, and collate the data before leaving. Going further into the vault, the courier will find little resistance and find a stairwell to the second floor of the vault. Oxygen recycling. Still covered in plant life, the plants seem to have been grown here, or at least some of them were. Keely's field laboratory can be found here, along with 3 more entries. Entry 3. This level seems to have been devoted to the study of atmospheric effects on plants, with a concentration on producing plants with high oxygen yield. Given the problems these vaults were known to have, it seems like a reasonable avenue of research. Entry 4. It's strange, but some sections of the machinery down here appear to have been modified for some unknown purpose. The restraints regarding oxygen content and systematic pressure have been bypassed. Entry 5. I've been hearing a strange chittering sound for some time now, and finally discovered its source. There's some kind of giant mantises that have taken up residence in the vault. I almost ran smack into one the other day, but the creatures don't appear to react to my presence at all. Perhaps the others sent here ran afoul of the creatures, but I can't see how a few scattered insects could pose much of a problem to experienced mercs. Once the courier listens to these 3 audio tapes and fully explores the second level, they descend further and face the true threat of this vault. The plants seem to have created a new kind of creature that sleeps until disturbed. The spore carrier. These creatures attack with zeal when the courier wakes them. However, they still fall to traditional weaponry found throughout the wasteland. After dealing with any of the spore carriers who pose a threat to them, the courier walks further into the 3rd room, food production, and finds further entry tapes left by Keely. Entry 6. I've finally found some of the bodies of the scientists that lived here. They appear to be overgrown with some form of lichen. They blend in so well with the other growth that I walked right by several of them without even noticing them. I've taken the proper precautions, but the lichen doesn't seem to be contagious, at least to ghouls. Entry 7. This level appears to be where they performed most of the research that the NCR is interested in. I've been able to collect a little, but the vast majority of the data from the research done here is inaccessible. I'll have to find the main backup and download from there. After fully exploring the 3rd floor, the courier can find a door leading into the caves that is inaccessible without a keycard. With no other choice, the courier can go to the 4th level, the common area. Here, the courier will find even more spore carriers hiding amongst the overgrown flora. The common area is overlooked by the overseer's office, which is the obvious place for the courier to go. After possibly exploring the many bedrooms and possibly the recreation room, which has a trivia game in the remaining logs of Keely. Entry 8. I guess no one will miss this ridiculous trivia game. The questions weren't even that hard. It looks like this is where most of the people were when they died. The medical reports I found suggested that most of them succumbed to some kind of airborne infection. I'm going to see if I can convert some of the grow lamps and UV spectrometers to test the air for contaminants. Entry 9. After numerous attempts, I found a range that highlights the particles in the air that I believe killed everyone in this vault. Preliminary tests show them to be spores of some kind. I've set up spectrometers on several of the levels now, and the concentration appears to increase in the lower levels. At this point, I'm concerned that the plants here may constitute a danger to the people of the NCR. Entry 9 is the last log the Courier finds before locating the keycard to the caves. They can return to the 3rd floor and enter the dark caverns, which are infested with mantises, and feature tight passages and very little lighting. Going further down, the Courier can eventually reach the 5th and final level, Pest Control. Here they will find Keeley, who is trapped by mantises, and rescue them.
Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though. The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast.
While down on the 5th floor, the Courier at any point can download the data relating to Vault 22's experimental technology that Dr. Hildren asked for at the very beginning. Once the Courier destroys the spores by setting the gas alight, they can come back to Keeley on the 2nd floor. There, Keeley will confront the Courier regarding the data that they downloaded on their Pip-Boy.
Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased.
Whether siding with Dr. Hildren and potentially aiding the wasteland, or siding with Keeley, at the end of the day, the ending of this story is up to you. But some stories have already been written. Good morning, brilliant minds of American agriculture. Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Cordella, Dr. Fujimoto, all of you, welcome to your new state-of-the-art vault. Now, I know that you have read the brochures provided to you by Vault-Tec, but feast your eyes on the real deal. Hydroponics the Reds couldn't dream of, climate-controlled growing chambers, enough soybeans to feed the boys on the front lines. But between the two of us, off the record, Vault-Tec didn't build this facility for mere corn. You're here because you are the best, the brightest, the kind of people who can solve problems head on. So, here's all you need to know about Vault 22. The air circulation system is top of the line, maintained by the Vault-Tec mechanics employed by yours truly. The pest control team has some truly out-of-this-world specimens. Ask them about their secretion samples. You'll thank me later. And the clinic. Dr. Bailey is one of the best. Though he's not a botanist, so don't get any plant-related injuries. Now, any questions? No, of course not. Welcome to Vault 22. And remember, Vault-Tec, prepare for the future. Ticket 1. Strange noises. Problem? noises in vents. Action, sent a team to inspect. Result, source of problem not detected. Case 162. Patient, Peters Harrison T. Condition: Dr. Peters is suffering from a severe case of pneumonia, the result of the spread of some sort of microorganism in his lungs. I've applied the usual treatment and requested that he refrain from working and stop by twice a day for observation. Status Report 9228. Yields continue to improve. Splicing together cultivar GN188 with the existing corn samples has produced a hybrid that responds better to the artificial lights we have. On a side note, Dr. Peters has missed his third straight day due to illness. His work ethic hasn't exactly been stellar to this point, so I'm requesting confirmation from the clinic that he is, in fact, sick. Case 164. Group. Patients: Mitchell Pam, Cordella Mitchell, Horton Samwise, Fujimoto Naoki, Derrida Kenneth. Update. This entire group showed up throughout the course of the day, displaying the same symptoms. They're remarkably similar to Dr. Peters' condition when he first came in a week ago. And, well, I hope we don't have a contagion on our hands. Case 162 update. Patient: Peters Harrison T. Update. Dr. Peters isn't responding to the treatment, or, more accurately, his body is actively rejecting the treatment. His condition has worsened, and I'm on the cusp of ordering exploratory surgery. Case 173. Group. Patients: Bailey Elizabeth, Bailey Marcia, Garfield Hayes, Amy Herman, Jenkins Veronica, Keys James, Kirkpatrick Robert, Lowry Amanda, Orlando Donald, Pamino Iris, Rado Stephen, Reyes Yolanda, Sarkin Kelly, Valdez Nicholas. Update. Another group with chills, a fever, and a terrible racking cough. I'm recommending that they be separated from the general populace. Ticket 2, gas leak. Problem: reports of possible gas leak. Several people have complained of coughing fits and other respiratory symptoms. Action: complete diagnostic of air circulation system. Result: discovered minor discrepancies in the mass of the air being pumped through the vault, but no harmful gases were detected. Also, a strange residue was detected on the air filters, which has been forwarded for identification. I swapped out the filters, just in case. Status Report 9253. On a lark, the guys down in pest control sent up a sample of a substance one of their specimens secretes to attract insects. Tests show that the substance has a mood-altering effect on smaller mammals. If anyone volunteers, we can begin human testing soon. Quite a number of the staff have begun to show symptoms of some sort of viral infection. I've begun to order them to stay in bed and recover, but at this rate, there won't be anyone left to do the research. Case 162 update. Patient: Peters Harrison T. Update. Dr. Peters is dead. His vitals flatlined 10 minutes before he entered surgery. I decided to perform an autopsy immediately and discovered his lungs were filled with some sort of fungal infection. Strangely, The fungus still shows evidence of growth despite the death of its host. I'll consult with one of the mycologists on the 5th level and see if they can identify it. Case 162 update. Patient Peters Harrison T. Update. I don't really know how to describe what just happened. 1 minute I was closing up for the day, and the next, Dr. Peters' corpse sat up and attacked me. I was able to flee the office and seal it inside until security arrived, but what the hell is going on? If all the recent illnesses are the same thing. Status report 9312. Not much to report today. The mood is unusually somber in the wake of Dr. Peters' passing. There's a strange rumor going around that the commotion downstairs was caused by, of all things, Dr. Peters' corpse suddenly animating and attacking people. I don't know who would start such a vicious rumor, but it's in exceptionally bad taste. Hello? Is anyone down there? Security is trying to hold off. Well, I don't know what they're trying to hold off. Just please send security up at once. With Dr. Bailey watching over his sick wife and daughter in the quarters down in the common area, I'm officially in charge of the level. I am requesting security at once. Please. Please.
When the experiments are done, when the fallout has lifted from the outside world, threat, keep your head high and walk towards your destined greatness. But be careful of any false threats that may be waiting for you. After all, your safety is our #1 priority.
An entomopathic fungus, B. Moricana, has been developed to colonize the bodies of most common pests. Once it has fully colonized a host body, the host technically dies, but the body continues to move by means of the fungal colony within it. In this manner, the fungus moves amongst more of its prey, occasionally spraying spores in a radius around the host body, infecting all who come near it. Its drawbacks include the time it takes to kill prey, which is 10 to 20 days, and its limited effectiveness when dealing with unsocial pests.